this Alteric guy. He's just waiting for this Alteric Valley to do one. These black flies, when you put them in the freezer, they become like freezer drink. I'm trying to get a video. Oh yeah. You get these black flies. Oh man. Everybody was doing good. Now I had to bring it up again. Everybody was doing good. Oh. We're waiting on this. I'll do a dungeon, but I do not want to do the same dungeon that I did before. He's got to go Tal the Gore. He's got to go Shrine of the Storm. He's got to go Motherlode, Waycrest, Underrock, Atal Bazaar. All I know is I don't want to do Freedom. Done that one a million. When I think I've done that Atal Bazaar a million times, it always goes to that one and the other one every single time. So now I can go to the like Underrock, Waycrest Manor, the Motherlode, Al the Gore. I was going all these other ones. It was Foreign Dire Brew. He's got a video on his channel doing the Foreign Dire. Well, I'm gonna try to get another one because Foreign Dire Brew, when I first went into it, he didn't spawn for me all the way, but everybody was killing Dire Brew or what have you. But I didn't get to kill Dire Brew. Well, no, Dire Brew died, but didn't spawn for a while. But it's a video. It's a good video. A lot of people are gonna like it. Random dungeon. A lot of that one. Your super wow heads, you're gonna say nobody's gonna like that video, you know, because they're super duper wow heads. That video is for people that don't even know WoW. They've never played it before, and they're like, "What is this weird game where the guy just spawned in or whatever?" That's that certain market is what that video is. You want to enable the desktop notifications. Because believe it or not, there's people that are all over YouTube that are watching the videos. They can't afford WoW. They want to one day afford it and stuff like that. Covenants, professions. I don't know anything about the covenants or nothing. It's one of my favorite games of all time was this WoW. Affliction Warlock, Demonology Warlock, Destruction, Arms Warrior. The United States did a lot for me, eh? They invited us down from Ontario and they had it all set up. He's gonna meet Matthew Earls and he's gonna get to see WoW, and then he's gonna get to go to Fort Myers Market and all that and buy the game computer. It was all set up by God. He went to church. I got to meet Justin, U.S. Army. He got U.S. schooling and all that. Then my dad started working with eBay, and then eBay took me on, and WoW took me on, and everybody just took me on and everything eventually. It took a while to get it. For a while, I used to be like one of those people that would. Um, there's people that they pay money for somebody to work with them, and I said, well, I just thought for years on how I would achieve to work with all these different big entities and companies and all that legally without having to actually work for the company. And I was like, oh, yeah. To do videos. Who's all with you? Black flies. I had a couple of them. Yeah, they're only $11, so I grabbed one today. No, I'm not going down there. I can't hang out with Jim no more. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. My, my camera and all that. I had to charge it, but I'm going now. You're partying tonight. What? Oh, I don't know. There's my mom, when she took out a leaking thing of garbage, I had to fix it in the garbage room. I didn't know she was going to clean it. I had a leaking thing of garbage, but I got it all sorted out now. Well, they usually, no one usually, he's going to do the wipe clean, right? He's going to do the clean. Well, I'm going to go to sleep soon. Here, brother. My boy, Mike Buddy. Scared me for a minute. He's drinking a cranberry. I'm drinking a cranberry black fly. And Mike got two cases of black fly. I got one case. Mike got another. And well, I didn't. Well, he came to the door, but I was wondering how do I work with all these ones or whatever. So then you just do the videos. And Wowhead is another thing, Sergeant Matt. Sergeant Matt's one of the U.S. Marines that play WoW, famous, one of the most famous U.S. Marines that played WoW because he was the guy that taught Staximili about WoW. And not only the mounts and all the playing in the game, but he also taught me about this Wowhead. And I know it sounds pretty gay or whatever, but we were just young kids. And then there was Wowhead. Oh, you hopped every like I eventually see. Matt was surprised when he was genuinely surprised when I got my own gaming computer because I could have very well 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 he didn't treat me very well. He threatened me and there was no compassion with Phil. He wasn't very compassionate for me. So I said, you know what, Phil, I'm not very compassionate for you either. And I sound like such a rambling dummy idiot. But back to the statement, he was saying that Matt had a gaming computer, but Matt didn't know. Tom was thinking in order, and his mom and dad were too. And I got a gaming computer because that's what kids did. They got gaming computers, just like you are going to if you want one too, and all that. First, you can buy it from somebody, you can buy it from the store, or you can build it yourself. I even built my own computers. So after that, but this was the original story back in Florida, the one I wanted to run with. I was in the state of Florida, right? And man, he wants to move to Naples, if you know what I mean. And he wants to have the cool dune buggy and all that too, but I don't live in Bonita Springs, but I've been to Bonita. Buffalo chips in Bonita. Oh, it's this restaurant over there. You can have, oh my gosh, the classic buffalo wings. It's a really good place. Anyways, they got the beach, Florida Keys. I even got to go to the Florida Keys. Stacks a million, the Florida Keys. But he wasn't Staxamilly. He was just Thomas Perron-slote or Tom Perron-slote. Tom from Cape Coral, Tommy Thomas, whatever. Justin's friend, Matt's friend, his dad John, his mom Valerie, whatever. I knew Peg and Bob. He was famous. His name was Bob Levy. He was pretty famous down there in Florida. We love the Beach Boys. A lot of people are famous down in Florida. And you get to walk the piers down there. And there's fishing and there's everything. Don't get caught by the fishing line. You know what I mean? But we got all types of people. The Hollandale Beach, Siesta Key. Some people love getting caught by the fishing line, and you don't know where you're going to end up sometimes with these places. Like you hop in the boat and you're just going along the water. I don't have a boat. I haven't been along the water in 15 or 20 years. But down in Florida, a lot of people go on the water. They feel like they're on the water and all that. So eventually, you get to be on the water or whatever. I'm more of a land guy. But when I was down in Florida, actually, I live on a peninsula type of thing. You'd be interested. If you're from Florida, look up this Port Elgin. This is where I live. It's like Canada's Florida. He's a citizen in Canada. There's nowhere else I can go. I used to live in Florida. He gets his ODSP now, and he lives in Port Elgin and all that. We got, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But Port Elgin is really nice, much like a Florida. But there's nothing like Florida. Wow. But you know what? It gives you a sort of a maritime vibe as well, being over in Port Elgin, being on the Lake Huron. It almost feels like a New Brunswick or something. Yeah, but you know it is. Just hoping that. See, I'm just a little seagull, and I hope that not even a seagull. He's not even a seagull. So you just got to sit back and hope that a big seagull doesn't come down and he's just a worm in his little hole or whatever. But there's big seagulls that go all around or whatever, like a Phil Thompson type of seagull. And you might just be outside one day walking down the street and this big seagull come and eat you. And that's what happened with Phil Thompson. One second I was talking, one second I was talking, one second I was talking um, a toolbox, and it's so sad. And then the next minute, it was I got eaten by a seagull. Lest we forget. This is a really nice area in Southampton. I even lived over here for 9 months. And um, They have the big Canadian flag. They have the trolley. The Lest We Forget. That's a good one when you're walking through. Everything looks much larger in person than on this picture. So it's a walkthrough. The whole thing. I remember going to that restaurant just down the street here, and we walked. We were waiting to be seated or whatever, and we walked all the way down here, and then we walked all the way back up, and then we were at the restaurant. We had the eggs Benedict. It was good. Not anytime soon. It's unbelievable that I can go out for a breakfast or something like that. I used to go to this place named Effie's out in somewhere else. Elgin Jewelers. I got to go there. I have two pieces of jewelry from Elgin Jewelers. I can smell the onion rings. It's not about Elgin Jewelers anymore for me. I've went there a few times. Who knows if I'll ever go back? Because the jewelry I got is so expensive. I want a gold Cuban, but I don't think I want a gold bracelet. I want a gold Cuban. He wants a lot of gold, but can I afford it? No, because I just got this solid silver, and he loves his solid silver. So I'm happy with and I got a gold and diamond ring. My gold and diamond ring even is very precious to me. And it is, it's precious metal. I could sell it, but I don't want to sell it. We even have a Port Elgin. We even have a Port Elgin to sell gold. Where is it? Not at Elgin Jewelers. Yeah, I guess you could sell gold at Elgin Jewelers. Elgin seen my motorcycle and Julian seen my motorcycle or whatever. He pulled it up. But I will mention it's got a broken tail light, so I'm not the guy that lied and said it didn't. And that's embarrassing. But I have jewelry from the Elgin, but I'm not looking for Elgin. There's also a place over by that Maple Square Mall. The Maple, yeah, and they buy gold over by the Maple Square Mall. Even I've thought about selling my gold over at that Maple Square Mall because I searched it up. I was like, to sell gold in Port Elgin, or not buy gold, sell gold. Sorry, if I want to sell gold, because I was thinking about it, because he's got gold, one gold ring or whatever, but it's my precious personal ring, and it was famous on videos and pictures, and but there is that place, Maple Square Mall, in the front of it. You can sell gold to them if you have any gold. They have it in Port Elgin.